Have you ever felt like you were on the brink of something great, but you just couldn't quite reach it? As if, deep down, you knew something extraordinary was about to happen in your life, but you couldn't see how it could come to pass. What if I told you that the miracle you've been waiting for isn't far away but is here, waiting for you, at this very moment? That's right. Something is about to change in your life, and you have no idea how transformative it could be. It's not a coincidence that you're hearing this now. There's a greater reason behind it, an invisible force that brought you here, and now, you're standing on the edge of a significant change. What you do with this opportunity, with this chance that's right in front of you, could define your entire future. Think about that dream, that deep desire you hold but feels forever out of reach. What if I told you it's closer than you imagine? Today, in this moment, you're about to discover that the miracle you've been longing for might just be waiting for a small gesture, a decision, a shift in perspective. Are you ready for this moment? Are you prepared to take the first step toward what you've always wanted? Because I can promise you, this miracle is within your grasp, and your life is about to be transformed. But before you start believing that this miracle is something easy, something that will happen without effort, it's crucial to understand what's truly at stake here. Perhaps you felt stuck, as if something's been holding you back, preventing you from stepping into the life you know is possible. Maybe you've tried countless times to change your situation, to reach that goal that always seems just out of reach, or even convinced yourself that miracles simply aren't meant for you. You're not alone. Often, what you don't realize is that this blockage doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. It could be a persistent doubt, an internal voice telling you that you're not capable, or even a deep belief that what you desire is reserved for others, not for you. Have you ever wondered why, even when you put in the effort, you still feel as though there's an invisible barrier standing between you and what you truly want? The truth is, something much greater is at play here. It's not just about hard work or luck. There are forces at work that you might not be able to see, but they're directly influencing your choices, your fears, and your vision of what's possible for your life. Something is trying to hold you back from moving forward, but you're unaware of it. You don't understand that an invisible obstacle is blocking the path to your miracle. And it's precisely at this point, when everything seems lost or beyond repair, that something crucial happens, an opportunity arises, a shift occurs within you, and you begin to see that what's stopping you isn't an absolute truth but a distorted perception. The conflict is clear, you want something greater, something better, but you're trapped in a cycle of internal resistance that must be broken for the miracle to unfold. The good news is, this obstacle can be overcome. And you're about to learn how. Now, imagine that you're not alone in this process. Even if you feel like you're fighting against everything and everyone, there's a force around you, an invisible presence that has been working tirelessly to guide you. It's no coincidence that you've made it this far. Something deeper is happening, a silent force moving behind the scenes, trying to clear a path for you. But you need to be able to recognize this presence and, more importantly, accept it. Maybe you've felt it before, that unexpected moment when you made a decision that changed everything, or when, with no logical explanation, something within you compelled you to act, to move in a certain direction, to take a step that felt uncertain but turned out to be the right one. This force is always present, even if you don't notice it. It doesn't interfere directly, but it works subtly, creating conditions for you to find your way. It might feel like there's no one there, that you're fighting alone. But it's in these moments of apparent solitude that the intervention occurs, almost imperceptibly. This presence, or energy, has been with you for far longer than you realize. In moments of weakness, when everything seemed lost, it was by your side, waiting for you to be ready to recognize it. It's not something external you need to find, but rather a part of yourself that you have yet to access. With every small step you take, it becomes more visible, more evident, until finally, you understand that your own inner strength is the key to unlocking what you've been seeking. Now, if you could pause for a moment and breathe, you'll realize that this force will not push you to act, but it needs you to do your part. It can open doors, offer signs, create opportunities, but you must decide to walk through them. You need to choose to recognize it and act according to what it's trying to show you. It's not some magic that will happen while you wait, but a collaboration between you and this force. And as soon as you begin to acknowledge it, the miracle will start to unfold. All you need to do is take the next step with confidence, knowing that this invisible intervention is guiding you towards something greater than you can imagine. As you move forward on this path, things begin to intensify. The feeling that something significant is about to happen grows stronger with every second. Deep down, you feel you are being guided by a greater force, yet something still holds you back from moving forward with full strength. There is an invisible barrier, something that prevents you from crossing, from going further. What is it? Why, even knowing that something is waiting for you, is there this block, this wall that always seems to stand in your way? Imagine for a moment that this wall isn't physical. It's not a barrier of concrete or steel you can see and touch, but a structure made of your own doubts, unaddressed fears, and insecurities you've been carrying for so long. This barrier isn't created by external forces but by you. Without realizing it, you've built an invisible line between yourself and what you desire most. And while you can feel the presence of this greater force around you, fear and doubt continue to hold you back, stopping you from taking the next step. This protective presence, which has guided you this far, is trying to show you that the wall you see isn't real. It's an illusion created by your mind, and now, more than ever, you must decide whether you'll continue letting it hold you back. You feel the growing pressure, the urgency to change, to do something different, but the resistance feels so strong. You look at the wall and think, how can I get through this? How can I overcome this barrier that feels impenetrable? But the truth is, the wall only exists because you still believe it's there. Now, imagine for a moment that you don't need to tear down the wall. Instead, you can choose to walk alongside it, to navigate around it, to realize that it's not the obstacle it appears to be. The fear, the doubts, and the feelings of inadequacy you experience are merely shadows of what you haven't yet confronted. And each time you focus on the wall, it grows taller and stronger. But if you look beyond it, you'll see there's a path, a way forward, even if you don't yet know how. What you're feeling now is the tension of a critical moment, a choice must be made, and the decision is in your hands. You feel that you're on the edge of something great, but you need to face your fears. The wall won't fall on its own, and the invisible force around you can't make this decision for you. It's waiting, by your side, offering signs, pointing the way. But you need to act. What you decide now will shape your future. Every passing second brings a sense of urgency. You feel that if you don't act, the moment will slip away, and the opportunity before you will disappear. What will you do? Now, the moment has come. The decision is in front of you. This is the turning point, the moment you've both dreaded and known you would have to face. You've realized that change won't happen unless you do something now. What will you do? Will you keep walking this path of uncertainty, held back by old habits and fears that have always stopped you? Or will you take action and finally choose to cross that invisible wall that's been holding you back for so long? The choice is in your hands, and it holds immense power. What you decide now will shape everything that comes afterward. Perhaps you still feel hesitation, maybe a part of you wants to return to the safety of what's familiar, but here's the secret: what lies on the other side of your decision is something you've always wanted. And to get there, you need to do something that may still scare you, but deep down, you know it's the only way to achieve what you want. Now, there's no turning back. Time is not on your side. The clock is ticking, but you can't wait any longer. Every passing second is an opportunity to change, to leave the past behind, and to move toward the future you've been seeking. You already know that the decision won't be easy. The fear of failing, the doubt about your ability, the feeling that maybe you're not worthy of what's waiting for you, all of that is real. But here's the crucial point: the fear you're feeling isn't a sign to retreat. It's simply a reflection of your growth, an indication that you're about to break through something that has held you back for far too long. Now, imagine for a moment that the only thing keeping you from moving forward is your own decision. Your hesitation, your fear of taking the necessary step. You already have everything you need to move forward, but what's missing is the action, the movement. Every decision you've made up until now has brought you here, but now it's the decision to move forward, to take the next step, that will transform everything. You are in control of your destiny now. The change you've been seeking is within your reach, but it depends on one thing: your willingness to act. The future will not wait for you. The future starts now, at this very moment, with the decision you are about to make. Look inside yourself and realize, you have the strength, the courage, and the wisdom necessary to cross this invisible wall. The only thing you need to do now is take the first step. And by doing so, you will be opening the door to what has always been waiting for you. Pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the weight of the decision. This is the time to act. The moment to take that first step that you know will change everything. What you decide now will be the foundation for everything that follows. Don't let this opportunity slip by. What you are about to achieve starts now. The choice is yours. And then, you decide. The first step is taken. It doesn't matter if it was hesitant or filled with uncertainties, what matters is that you moved. In that instant, something begins to change, not just around you, but inside you. It's as if an invisible chain, which once kept you bound, has finally been broken. The weight of doubt begins to dissipate, and in its place, a sense of clarity emerges, like the dawn after a long dark night. You now realize that the wall that once seemed insurmountable was never truly made of concrete. It was built from fears, limiting beliefs, and a distorted view of what you were capable of achieving. By crossing it, you didn't just overcome an external obstacle, you faced the part of yourself that challenged you the most. This is the true miracle that was waiting for you, the transformation of who you are. Now, looking back, it all makes sense. Every struggle, every sleepless night, every doubt that felt unbearable, all of it was preparing you for this moment. You see now that every experience, both good and bad, was like a piece of a vast puzzle, and now all those pieces finally fit together. What once seemed impossible is now within your reach because you chose to believe and act. The strength you felt throughout this journey, that quiet presence guiding you, is still with you. But now, you understand it was never outside of you. It was always within, waiting for the right moment to awaken. With this new perspective, you know that the limitations that once held you back no longer have power over you. The future you desire is no longer just a distant dream, it's something you can create, step by step, starting today. And here is the deepest truth you carry with you: the miracle you were waiting for was never something external. It is the conscious decision to change, to face the unknown, and to believe that you are capable of far more than you ever thought. That strength is now a part of you, guiding every choice, every step, every moment. As this video comes to an end, take this message with you: you are stronger than your fears, more capable than your doubts, and more prepared than you ever imagined. What lies ahead is just the beginning of a transformative journey. The change you sought began today, but it is a continuous process, a choice you make every day. Now, look to the horizon of your future with confidence. You are no longer bound by the limitations of the past. Every decision you make from this moment forward has the potential to transform not only your life but also to inspire and impact those around you. The miracle that was waiting for you today doesn't end here, it will continue to unfold as you move forward. Remember, the power to change the world around you begins with the transformation within you. The miracle has already begun. And the best is yet to come.